Hello YouTube, welcome back to another how to ski tutorial video. In this video, we're going to look at dynamic carving, so skiing faster on piste and trying to achieve a carved ski performance. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down how we control our body to maintain balance throughout a dynamic carved turn. Firstly, we need to get on the same page to understand what dynamic carving is. So carving is leaving two clean lines behind you and using the side cut or the built-in sort of radius of the ski to control your turn shape. So what makes it dynamic is the speed, the increased speed that you're going to be traveling at, the steepness of the slope that you're on, and the sort of changes and undulations in the terrain. So if you are able to leave two clean lines behind you, if you are able to manipulate, to tighten the radius of your turn shape, okay, while on a steeper, more challenging sort of undulating piece of terrain, then that is you successfully performing dynamic carving. Now we're going to create some clarity around the corridor in which we want to perform our dynamic carved turn. So for me, the skis I'm using are a middle carver, as I like to call them, or, you know, that 180, 15, 16, 17 meter sort of radius ski. So for this ski, for dynamic carving, I like to work within 3 groomer widths. So that is, let's say, roughly 12 to 15 meters of width within my dynamic carved turn. Once I have visualized my corridor, I'm then going to really prioritize, and this is super key, that I am rolling in. My first turn, my little pre-turn to get me into that corridor is a rolled, carved turn. I'm always leaving 2 clean lines behind me. I'm rolling in to my corridor. That sets me up to carve the rest of the run. Now that we have our corridor and we're rolling in, we're carving our turns, in order to make a carved turn dynamic, we have to ski at a faster pace. And so the way I want you to go about this to begin with initially is finding a slightly flatter slope. You know, let's say a slope that you're already comfortable carving on, not the steepest black run on your mountain, and give it a go skating and pushing into the run to start things off. Try and generate pace, try and accelerate into your first turn. Also, utilizing a tuck is a great way to accelerate and increase pace at the start of your run. Now that we're skiing with a consistent corridor and at a pace, you know, you're giving yourself a push, you're skating into a run. Okay, now we're skiing at a pace that allows us to carve dynamically. What we need to try and do is challenge ourselves with the slope that we're on. So ski on a steeper groomed slope. Ski on a slope that has undulations in it, that has convexities or concaved aspects, you know, little rollers or half pipes in the run. These little aspects of external challenge really help you develop your skill when trying to be a dynamic carver. This is similar to what you see on the World Cup. All of the Alpine World Cup, you know, giant slaloms or slaloms, super Gs, downhills, they all use so much terrain in the slope, so much micro terrain to challenge the athlete to really push their skiing to see who's going to be the fastest. Now, obviously, that's slightly different than what we're trying to do. They're trying to get down the mountain as fast as they can. For us, we're trying to achieve a successful outcome, and that outcome is leaving 2 lines behind us while skiing at a faster pace and on terrain that challenge us. That is our dynamic carving outcome. Okay, so we've given dynamic carving a go. Now what we want to do is we want to develop some feelings within the body that are going to help us, or you as the learner, associate success. So when you're having more success. And the first feeling we're going to try and develop is inclination of the body. So trying to increase edge angle. Okay, so the exercise we're going to use is a white pass turn. Now the white pass turn simply put, is through the transition, you're on one ski. You're on the outside ski, you roll it over, it becomes the inside ski. Then through the middle phase of the turn, control shaping phase, you're going to place your outside ski back down on the snow and try and carve the middle part of the turn. So you're essentially on one ski for half of the turn and on two skis for the other half. Now, why we're using a white pass turn is because through the top of the turn, it promotes inclination, movement of the body to the inside of the turn. Now that we're traveling faster, in order for us to maintain a round, carved turn shape, we have to use inclination. Inclination is our friend, and it's going to help us achieve or develop edge angle through the start of the turn. So what does inclination feel like? Well, in this white pass turn, as we're transitioning on one foot, I want you to feel a connection inside the ski boot that's on the snow through the transition, and feel your foot roll from the inside, the arch, the inside, the big toe side of the foot. Feel it roll across and over to the little toe side or the outside part of your foot. And all the while you're feeling your core move, your core and your upper body move at the same rate as your foot is rolling. So you're using your whole body to incline, to move inside the turn, but your feeling is that of your foot rolling from the inside to the outside. The next feeling, the next bit of body awareness that we're going to develop is flexion of the inside leg vertically, so flexing it up throughout the turn, through that middle part of the turn. Now, the reason why we need to do this is because when we're moving inside the turn with our body, we're using inclination to increase edge angle. How we maintain balance on the outside ski is through flexion of the inside leg. To develop this feeling of flexing the inside leg, we're going to use a sit-down hockey stop. So simply put, it's the same as a hockey stop. Steer the skis across the hill to a stop, but at the same time, the difference here is at the same time that you come to a stop, you're sitting yourself down on the snow. Why we're going to do this exercise is because it does help develop the feeling of your inside leg flexing, but at the same time, it starts to develop within you a little bit of sort of confidence to move all the way inside. You start to develop some belief that, you know what, if I go inside, if I sit myself down on the snow, it's okay. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm just moving inside. I'm just trying to increase edge angle. So the feeling that we're really trying to search for here is that of your inside leg sort of being drawn, being pulled up your body, up towards your body. So you can feel your inside heel slide up towards your outside knee. And you're trying to do this while being disciplined with the upper body, so that when you do come to a stop, you've established or created some natural angulation to help you stay balanced over the outside ski. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed the content that I've shared with you today, then please hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know when you've used this stuff, how it's helped you, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to take more of a personal approach to develop your skiing, then please reach out, send me a message, get in touch, and we can book in your on-snow experience. And until the next video, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.